Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Social Security Talk. I'm your host, Marc, and it's a beautiful day in Cincinnati, Ohio. Blue skies, temperatures in the 60s, and we're expecting over the next couple of days and maybe even over the next week, we might get into the 70s. So spring is definitely upon us. I'm really excited to hear that. I had lunch today at an open window at a local restaurant, so that was nice to actually do that. Our special guest today is Collin Minor. Collin is with Advisor Controls, located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and he's the Director of Business Development. I've known Collin, I'm going to say maybe about 5 years or so. They have an excellent Social Security optimization software, and his company also offers additional software packages along the way. A lot of this software is in the wealth management spectrum, as well as the Social Security tool, which I just referenced. So, Collin, nice to see you again. How's everything with you in Charlotte, North Carolina?
You as well, Marc. Everything is beautiful in Charlotte, and I will say majority of our team is in Charlotte. I'm actually based in Naples, Florida. So it's sunny and nice and humid out. Can't complain. But beautiful day.
So you're in Naples. I guess I didn't realize that. Okay. Is it hot and humid in Naples?
Oh, it is. It is very humid. It's about to get in the rainy season. So rain about once a day. And you never know if it's in the beginning or the end of the day, but we know it's going to rain.
So, Collin, how long has your company been around?
Advisor Controls has been around going on just over 30 years now. We've worked with various Fortune 100 companies since then, continuing to develop new tools, new capabilities with our technology. But 30 years, and especially in the Social Security side, just over 20 years.
Talk about the different types of software packages that you offer.
So we have Advisor Controls is modular based, which gives you, the financial professional, the ability to pick and choose what types of modules you want to purchase and use with your clients. When it comes to, as Marc said, wealth management, retirement planning, estate planning, business succession, Social Security optimization, really virtually any client requirement you may encounter, Advisor Controls has the technology to support you.
How do you have so many programmers to put this in code, all these packages?
Yeah, so we have a powerhouse. Advisor Controls is our parent company is Zurich, ZurYC, and a team of developers, IT. I kind of stay out of that. That's not my wheelhouse, but
Sure.
You're going to see by the technology, they know exactly what they're doing, and they work hand in hand with advisors. So we like to say Advisor Controls was developed by advisors for advisors. They're in the trench. They know what the client needs to see to really get them to act on your recommendations.
Very good. Okay, so Collin, start talking about the Social Security tool that you have. Do you want to show it on the screen? What's your preference?
Absolutely. Appreciate it, Marc. If I can share my screen. Let's see here. We tested it out once, but let's see if I can do it again. All right. So can you see my screen, Marc?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so this is your Advisor Controls dashboard. When you log in, you're going to have access to our control center here. You're going to see various Reg BI terms and the tools behind each one of these quadrants. Now, today we're focusing on Social Security, so that's going to be in tools to optimize. Before I get into the actual module itself, I want to point out what Advisor Controls is here. It's a data repository, so you can build as many cases as you need. It's important to be able to duplicate cases and show various scenarios in front of your clients. But the predecessor to optimizing Social Security for your client might be something that we call marketing with modules. When I come over to my leads here, we have a Social Security lead gen. This experience, it's a few-minute digital experience for your clients. Really what they're going to do, get started, enter their birth date, their marital status. They'll enter their benefit at full retirement age. And as you saw, if they don't know it, they can click here to estimate it from their salary. They'll be able to just play around and see what it's like to take it as soon as possible, latest or full retirement age. and then they're going to enter their name and email address and phone, and best time to contact them is optional. But here's additional bullets that they're going to be able to talk with you. And plus, this is just them seeing their strategy now at those ages. We are going to be able to run various ages, look at spousal survivor benefits when we get out into the module here. But this is a lead gen. So when I say market with modules, you can take this personal URL that you would get with the lead gen, you can send it to your clients, you can put it on your social media sites, your websites, etc. It's
So
yours.
it's like it's not the full program that you offer, but it's a way to market and generate additional leads, right?
Yep. Through the Social Security conversation.
Yeah.
Now, Marc is the Social Security Pro, but why do we optimize Social Security? We want to maximize lifetime benefits. We want to protect against inflation. We want to provide that guaranteed income source. And I'm going to go over into my cases here, and I'm going to launch something called Cash Flow Decisions. This one module is going to be able to, and Social Security Pro can be purchased on its own. But what I'm going to show Marc today, because we've already had a webinar on Social Security Pro, is Cash Flow Decision, which is going to give you 2 tracks. I need my clients' basic information. If they have a pension based on earnings not covered by Social Security, we get into the windfall elimination provision. We do have a calculator for that. And we'll also take you into the SSA.gov calculator where you can get that adjusted benefit. But for now, I'm going to say no. We recognize if they're already receiving Social Security benefits. And as you know, if they're born before 59, they will fall into that age bracket of 66 and 2468 months. And we'll allow you to choose if you're going to start it at 66, birthday or full retirement age. But we're going to go back in here for this client, and we're going to optimize Social Security real quick. Now, hopefully my internet will catch up with itself, guys. I do apologize, but the next page is the Social Security track, and there's only 2 data points we need from you, and as in from your client, which is their benefit at full retirement age. We do in Cash Flow Decisions have the ability to estimate, and you also can estimate in that lead gen, as in your client can. And the last thing we have to talk about is life expectancy. This is a tough conversation, but being able to show various life expectancies will put the client a little bit more at ease versus you saying, when are you going to live till? Let's look at these different ages, because that's very important. And as you can see with my ages, my benefit for retirement age, the heat map interacting with the different life expectancies. So let's assume Joe here lives till 90 and married till 85. On this heat map, you're going to see the scope, which is your alternative ages, and you're going to see it in the bottom right here. And then you'll see your ages for maximum benefits, which is the star. That is something, that's our calc engine saying this is the optimal time for maximum income for your clients to take it. So alternative age is 67 and 63. You can move this scope anywhere in the heat map, and you're going to see what cumulative benefits are for your alternative age, 66 and 65. Where the calc engines are saying you should otherwise defer until 70 and 70 to get an additional $198,000 in Social Security income, cumulative benefits of $1.5 million. Now, that doesn't mean it's the best time to take Social Security, and Marc can tell you that as well. Your clients, when they retire, they may need the income immediately. This is the start of the income flooring conversation. This is the guaranteed income source that you all know. And the question is, can we defer and get more from Social Security, or do we need to take it earlier? And let's look at those. We also have a rate of return discount rate tab. And what this means is we can take at 65 and 66 or 68 and 70 your Social Security income and invest it at a 5% rate of return. And we're going to show you what your future value of benefits are. So when Joe and Mary at 90 and 85, they die, future value of their benefits is going to be $2.4 million if they're investing. We'll also show you with the time value of money, the present value of benefits. So the lump sum they would need invested at 5% to get them their future value, or to get them the value of benefit, the value of what your Social Security would give you. So we can talk more about that later, but I'm going to show a quick action plan on the front end. So
Collin, let me ask you, do people really base their decision on thinking they're going to invest their Social Security income? Or are they just going to base it on the fact that they need it for expenses, and they're going to pay bills with it and pay down loans?
Exactly. So Marc,
What's normal?
When any client gets to retirement, what are you doing? Well, you're looking at their overall portfolio, and we kind of put it into 3 different buckets. You have your top bucket, which is your long-term high risk. It's your growth. You have your middle bucket, which is your baseline income or your lifetime guaranteed income sources. That's your pensions, your social securities, or your social security, your annuities with guaranteed income riders on them, or any lifetime guaranteed income sources in that middle bucket. Your bottom is your probable income, and that's liquid assets for flexible spending. Now, if your client already has enough guaranteed income to hit their goal, or you have enough assets available to cover all of your expenses, well, why would we not look at taking our Social Security income and investing that? That's for legacy planning, if you will.
You could move that down to zero, right? If somebody knows they're really not going to invest that money,
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's this. All these sliders. This is why we say being able to duplicate the case and show various scenarios, you can do it. Great question, Mark. Now, we do have the COLA here, and as I was pointing out earlier, the action plan, this will show up in the report. And then I can go into the additional details for alternative ages or maximum benefits. And what you're going to see in the additional details tab here are the annual benefits by year. So as I hover over this annual benefits by year graph, you're going to see the spouse's total monthly, annual, and combined Social Security benefits all the way up until death. And you can also download these values into a CSV, comes out into a nice Excel spreadsheet if your client wants to see it that way, or if you'd like to see it that way. We show the ledger, so annual benefits for both spouses, the total and cumulative lifetime benefits. And we'll also show that future value of benefits there if you do have a rate of return, if you have that slider turned on. We are doing a comparison here. So right now you're seeing 3 strategies, the maximum, alternative, and earliest ages. But we can actually show up to 4. So it'd be earliest, latest, alternative, and ages for maximum benefits in the report. Break even, so how long your client needs to live until Social Security optimization makes sense. Income taxation, we can enter the effective income tax rate. All of our modules are off of effective income tax rate. And we can also enter a modified adjusted gross income. And what we're doing in here is showing the total after tax. All of these tabs you can download into an Excel sheet if you'd like. Now, the printed pages, you're able to customize your report. So you can include the earliest. And if I could include latest, I would. But as you know, latest is our ages for maximum benefits. So I'll include the earliest. And then our supplemental pages, you can pick and choose what you want to be in the report. And when I do print this report, I'm just going to go through a couple pages here. First off, let's talk about the cover page, because that's your cover page. You have all your contact information. You can upload your own logo in here, put your own disclosures in, but we always have the important notes to start. We're going to get into the assumptions here. So who is my client? And then what are the different strategies we're looking at today? So you can see 1 is our alternative, 2 is our earliest, and 3 is our latest or ages for maximum. And what we'll get into what that means is look at your selected start ages, cumulative value, and the difference from what you've selected. And I selected ages for maximum benefits. We're going to go through the annual benefits by year, look at when they're starting their own retirement benefits. If they were starting the spousal or survivor benefits, we would show those as well. And then we get into the ledgers. And what's going to happen from here is get into income taxation, your client's action plan. And that's just 7 pages. It could stop right there at 7 pages. But I wanted to add the alternative strategies so my clients can see why the option I put in front of them is best. In this sample case, the ages for maximum benefits being latest is best for my client. Now we'll get into the ledgers and the annual benefits by year for both of the strategies. And I'm going to scroll down a little bit and we get into the comparisons. So you have that break even and you have the values for each of those strategies. And then we'll have an additional Social Security definitions on the end of this report. And keep in mind, this report with all in here is 20 pages. You might be at 21, 22 if you had a couple other things added. But it's a very quick report. And in seconds, you're looking like a Social Security pro. Now, Mark, how am I on time? Just want to check in.
About 5 minutes.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go back and I'm just going to just show you guys that if your client is divorced and they've been married for at least 10 years, they could potentially qualify for spousal. So we can do that. And then for widowed, we also have the different filing methods for widowed individuals. So here are the different filing methods, and we can show what the filing method is worth. And we can also show that in the printed report. Keep in mind, even for a single individual or a widowed individual, we have the heat map here, and you can toggle around through the scope. You can change the life expectancy, add the rate of return, and then show a quick action plan for the client. Now, with the essence of time, I really wanted to take you guys into cash flow decisions. This is an add-on. You're going to get Social Security Pro and Cash Flow Track when you purchase cash flow decisions. Basically, what you're entering here is your client's incomes, expenses, assets. We can enter annuities, existing life insurance. We can actually pull in life insurance if you'd like. If you're building out life insurance, you can pull that in by a click of a button. You'll look at your client's cash flow. We have interactive graphs here. You can pull up the cash sources. You can do Social Security optimization, automatic optimization. And Social Security optimization is different when you have their income sources and their assets attached to the plan. We have a rules engine over here. So you're going to see that optimizing Social Security right now would reduce remaining needs to $431,000. So let me just optimize real quick. But you can certainly have a manual selection, play around with it yourself, order of asset use. I call this the playground. You can show different retirement ages, expense information, life expectancy, and you can also go up into the details. So I like going into the cash flow and being able to see all the incoming cash flow, deductions like FICA income taxes. And then I'm going to get to my withdrawals from assets. And what I'm looking at is the total assets end of year, all the way up until 100 or death. The next page, excuse me, guys, I'm getting stuck here. I want to go next, is adding reliable income sources. So whether it's a reverse mortgage, life insurance, annuities, we can add that here. And then you're going to look at your current versus your proposed plan, run the same simulations with current and proposed. You can do the automatic optimization for both. And then the last page here is a 3-year market downturn scenario. So when you want to statistically back up your plan from the current to the proposed, and even coming into play with the Social Security here, when should we run this simulation? And you can also run against historical loss gain scenarios. So we have the dot-com bubble, the financial crisis of '08. Last page is risks. And obviously, we all have these risks in our life. So how can we mitigate these risks? And then the report. I won't go in the report because I know I'm done with time, but you're able to show and customize the report based on the conversation that you're having with your clients. So come in here, pick and choose the pages you want. We have all the ledgers. We have all of the confirmation of facts for your clients, the important notes. We're big on education, and you're going to see that with all of our modules. You guys got a quick taste to it today, and I will say what I'll end with is through Marc and his team, if you guys use code NSSA, lowercase, you'll get 10% off any products bundles. Also, feel free to reach out to our support team, support@advisorcontrols.com. Or Marc, he can connect you directly with me, and we'll take care of any questions you guys have. So, Marc, appreciate you bringing me in today. Hopefully, you guys find some value out of the presentation, and thank you.
So, Collin, how can folks reach out to you?
So you can reach me personally at Collin@advisorcontrols.com, or our support team again, support@advisorcontrols.com.
Okay, great. And can you go to your company's website and show us what the website and show us where advisors can find your whole suite of software that you offer?
Absolutely. So all you do is type in advisorcontrols.com. You can see my screen, right, Marc?
Yep.
And you can scroll down, look at our products. You can also click up here, shop products. We have all of our individual modules here. Here's the lead gen we talked about today. Social Security Pro can be purchased on its own, or again, what we went through, cash flow decisions as the Social Security and the cash flow track. We have estate planning modules, business succession, but we also have bundles. So if you're going to purchase a few modules, it makes more sense to go into a bundle. And we have the Essentials, the Pro, and the Elite bundle here.
Got it. Perfect. I really like what you guys have to offer. Collin, you and I have been, and also your dad, Marc, we've been talking for a few years now. And it's nice to have this relationship with Advisor Controls. I think at one time your company used to be called Social Security Pro. Is that right?
So our company, and you may have seen this technology before, it's been revamped, but we used to be called PlanFax. PlanFax is now Advisor Controls, and we also have another platform called Plan Lab. It's more of a complex estate planning tool. But,
and who is Zurich?
Zurich is right now a parent company, and they do all of our IT, cybersecurity, development, you name it. And we also have enterprise relationships. Some of our clients, our largest clients, are Equitable, Mass Mutual, and we have their agents in here, and we've done custom enterprise development. So
Okay.
from single sign-on, custom workflows, any integration, aggregation you're looking for.
Okay.
Zurich is the brains of that.
Okay. I thought you were the brains, Collin, but well, thank you, Collin, for being on the Social Security Talk podcast. I learned about a lot about what you have to offer. What I like about you guys is that you have a nice suite of software products available, not just one or two, but a whole suite that will take care not only of Social Security optimization, but also the wealth management spectrum, which is basically really, really, really big. There's no doubt about it. So
Appreciate
folks
that.
out there, feel free to contact Collin directly. What's your email again?
And before I give you guys my email, one last thing. You'll get a free 2-week trial. If you come in here, just start your free trial. It's free 2 weeks. If you need extra time, you can certainly reach out to me. But it's Collin@advisorcontrols.com.
Great. And Collin, just one more thing. I know you also offer marketing assistance. Can you explain that briefly, please?
So we do have a marketing piece in Advisor Controls. So if you go with one of the bundles, you're going to get something called our Resource Center. So we have marketing, managing, and planning collateral in there. What do you do with prospective clients, current clients? How do you manage your staff? And then we have additional resources in there. And maybe you wanted to learn more about putting on an event. And so we have a step-by-step guide in there. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, so it's not only just software application tools, but they also have a nice marketing arm at the same time, no doubt.
Yep.
All right. So did I ask you to give the email address one last time? And if I did you give it?
Yeah, I did. But I'll give it one more time. Collin with 2 L's at advisorcontrols.com. And don't forget, if you start your free trial, code NSSA. Thanks for having me, Mark.
Thank you, Collin. I appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone.
So at this point, I'm going to say over and out to everybody, and we'll have our next Social Security Talk podcast sometime over the next few weeks. Bye, everybody. Thank you again, Collin.
Thanks, Mark.